Hey pop shoppers, welcome to Ed Rambeau's little corner of the world.
You to me are sweet as roses in the morning. You to me are soft as summer rain at dawn. In love we share, that's something rare. The sidewalks in the street, the concrete and the clay beneath my feet begins to crumble, but love will never die. Because we'll see.
Good evening, everyone. Ed Rambeau here once again with my little corner of the world, along with a very happy new year to each and every one of my awesome and faithful listeners. May the year 2016 be filled with nothing but good stuff for all of you, and especially lots of love. As promised, this show will be a 1-hour tribute to the man commonly known as Old Blue Eyes, Mr. Frank Sinatra, who, if he were still alive today, would have celebrated his 100th birthday this past December 12th. Since the Christmas holidays always usurp his birthday, I always take a moment to celebrate right after the first of the year. So here we are with our theme for tonight, Sinatra, 100 Years. Let's begin with my version of a song that kind of indicates what the incredible Mr. Sinatra did to all his fans. He flew them to the moon.
Fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me, kiss me, fill my heart with song and let it sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let it sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you.
This next popular song, written by Jimmy Van Heusen and Sammy Cahn in 1957, ended up being the title song for one of Mr. Frank Sinatra's albums. The song and the album title was Come Fly With Me. Come fly with me, let's fly away. If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far Bombay. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Come fly with me, let's float down to Peru. In Llama Land, there's a one-man band, and he'll toot his flute for you. Come fly with me, let's take off in the blue. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. Just say those words and we'll beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. It's perfect for a sunny honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly away. Pack up those bags, darling, we're heading out. Once I get you up there, where the air is rarefied, we'll just glide, starry-eyed. Once I get you up there, I'll be holding you so near. You may hear angels cheer because we're together. Weather-wise, it's such a lovely day. You just say those words and we'll beat those birds down to Acapulco Bay. 'Cause it's perfect for a sunny honeymoon, they say. Come fly with me, let's fly, baby, let's fly, yeah. Pack up, let's fly away. Come Fly With Me, one of Sinatra's classics indeed. In a 1960 album by Frank Sinatra, all the songs, with the notable exception of the title song, were sung as ballads and were arranged and conducted by Nelson Riddle. The title song was a last-minute substitute for the originally planned The Nearness of You that ended up not appearing on the original LP. At the 1960 Grammy Awards, the album, Nice and Easy, was nominated for a Grammy Award as Album of the Year, Best Male Vocal Performance, Best Arrangement. To honor the great Frank Sinatra, please enjoy my rendition of Nice and Easy.
Let's take it nice and easy. It's gonna be so easy for us to fall in love. Hey baby, what's your hurry? Relax and don't you worry. We're gonna fall in love. We're on the road to romance, that's safe to say, but let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it every time. We're on the road to romance, that's safe to say, but let's make all the stops along the way. The problem now, of course, is to simply hold your horses. To rush would be a crime, 'cause nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time. Like the man said, one more time. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it. Nice and easy does it every time.
From 1960, that was Nice and Easy. Another winning song first popularized by Frank Sinatra, with music written by Jimmy Van Heusen and lyrics by Sammy Cahn, was introduced by Sinatra and a child actor, whom, by the way, I got to meet and perform with on my very first scheduled appearance on the popular TV show Shindig. His name was Eddie Hodges, and in the 1959 film A Hole in the Head, Eddie Hodges and Frank Sinatra performed this song, which went on to be nominated for a Grammy and won an Oscar for Best Original Song at the 32nd Academy Awards. It's a fun little tune entitled High Hopes.
Next time you're found with your chin on the ground, there's a lot to be learned. So look around.
Just what makes that little old ant think he'll move that rubber tree plant? Anyone knows an ant can't move a rubber tree plant, but he's got high hopes. He's got high hopes. He's got high apple pie in the sky hopes. So anytime you're getting low, instead of letting go, just remember that ant. Oops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Whoops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
Whoops, there goes another rubber tree plant.
When troubles call and your back's to the wall, there's a lot to be learned. That a ball could fall.
Once there was a silly old ram, thought he'd punch a hole in a dam. No one could make that ram scram. He kept butting that dam, 'cause he had high hopes. He had high hopes. He had high apple pie in the sky hopes. So anytime you're feeling bad, instead of feeling sad, just remember that ram. Oops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam.
Whoops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam.
Whoops, there goes a billion kilowatt dam.
Soon, they're just bound to go pop.
Whoops, there goes another problem kerplop.
Whoops, there goes another problem kerplop.
Whoops, there goes another problem kerplop.
Hey, that was a fun song, Eduardo. But with all those animals the songwriters mentioned, how come they left out us pussycats?
Oh, hi, Tom. That's a very good question, but I suppose you'd have to ask the songwriters, Jimmy Van Heusen and Sammy Cahn.
Yeah, well, I think it's a little too late for that.
Yeah, I suppose so. Happy New Year, little buddy, and by the way, you got a joke for us tonight?
Well, it's not really a joke, but you know how curious I am about traditions and how they came to pass.
Yes, I am aware of your passion for traditions, Tom, so I'm curious, what have you got for us tonight?
Well, this particular tradition has to do with the decorating of the Christmas tree. You see, every year, Santa likes to put up a tree a few days before Christmas before he goes on the road. So, many years ago, he sent one of his angels out to fetch him a tree. However, Santa wasn't aware that this particular angel had a huge alcoholic problem and got so drunk he didn't return with a tree until a few hours before Santa had to hitch up his reindeer and hit the road. I mean the sky. Well, Santa was furious when the little drunken angel finally arrived, stepping in from the snowy night, dragging a Christmas tree behind him, saying, "Yo, fat man, where do you want me to stick the tree this year?" And that's where the tradition of angels on top of Christmas trees got its start.
Say good night, Tom.
I thought that was very informative.
Yes, it was. Now say good night.
Good night, everybody. See you when Eduardo returns on February the 5th. Unless, of course, Stu Weiss finally sees the light of my popularity and gives me my own spot. Anyway, until then, Happy New Year, everyone. But for now, my catnip awaits.
Thank you, Tom, and Happy New Year to you as well. So there you have it, folks. America's favorite pussycat, Talking Tom. Returning now to our theme for tonight, Sinatra, 100 Years. Again, with music by Jimmy Van Heusen and lyrics by Sammy Cahn, this 1957 song was introduced in the film The Joker is Wild. Who could ever forget one of Old Blue Eye's biggest hit ballads ever, All the Way.
When somebody loves you, it's no good unless he loves you all the way. Happy to be near you when you need someone to cheer you all the way. Taller tallest tree is, that's how it's got to feel. Deeper than the deep blue sea is, that's how deep it goes if it's real. When somebody needs you, it's no good unless he needs you all the way. Through the good or lean years and for all the in-between years, come what may. Who knows where the road will lead us? Only a fool would say. But if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way, all the way. So if you let me love you, it's for sure I'm gonna love you all the way, all the way.
All the Way, one of Sinatra's classic hit ballads. In 1932, a popular song composed by Harold Arlen with lyrics by Ted Koehler was written for the 1932 Cotton Club Parade. The composition was introduced by Cab Calloway and Bing Crosby and was later also recorded by Frank Sinatra in 1953. Its title, I've Got the World on a String.
I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. I've got a song that I sing, I can make the rain go anytime I move my finger. Lucky me, can't you see I'm in love? Life's a beautiful thing as long as I hold the string. I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I've got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life, I'm in love. Life's a beautiful thing as long as I hold that string. I'd be a silly so-and-so if I should ever let it go. I have got the world on a string, sitting on a rainbow. Got the string around my finger. What a world, what a life. Hey, now I'm in love. Love?
Another Frank Sinatra ballad with music by Johnny Richards and lyrics by Carolyn Lee was written and published in 1953, with Carolyn Lee contributing the lyrics to what was originally a Richards instrumental called Moonbeam. Frank Sinatra was the first performer to record the song, which became a million-selling hit in 1953, spilling over with popularity into 1954. The song was such a hit that a movie Sinatra was filming at the same time with Doris Day was renamed to the song title, and the song was included in the opening and closing credits of the movie, which was released as Young at Heart.
Fairy tales can come true, it can happen to you if you're young at heart. For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. You can go to extremes with impossible schemes. You can laugh when your dreams fall apart at the seams. And life gets more exciting with each passing day. And love is either in your heart or on its way. Don't you know that it's worth every treasure on earth to be young at heart? For as rich as you are, it's much better by far to be young at heart. And if you should survive to 105, look at all you'll derive out of being alive. And here is the best part, you have a head start if you are among the very young at heart.
That, of course, was Young at Heart, still a Frank Sinatra favorite. From 1957, composed by Cy Coleman with lyrics by Carolyn Lee, this next selection was released as a single by Frank Sinatra and reached number 20 in the U.S., spending 16 weeks on the charts. Originally composed as an instrumental piece by Coleman for the review Take 5, lyrics were added by Carolyn Lee, and Witchcraft was subsequently recorded by Sinatra in May of 1957 with an arrangement by Nelson Riddle. Interestingly enough, Elvis Presley sang this song in the Frank Sinatra Timex show, Welcome Home, Elvis. Please enjoy my version of Witchcraft.
Those fingers in my hair, that sly come hither stare, that strips my conscience bare, it's witchcraft. And I've got no defense for it, the heat is too intense for it. What good would common sense for it do? 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. It's such an ancient pitch, but one I wouldn't switch, 'cause there's no nicer witch than you. The lady uses voodoo. The lady uses voodoo. 'Cause it's witchcraft, wicked, wicked witchcraft. And although I know it's strictly taboo, when you arouse the need in me, my heart says yes indeed in me. Proceed with what you're leading me to. Such an ancient pitch, but one I'd never switch, for there's no nicer witch than you. The lady uses witchcraft. The lady uses voodoo. The lady is a witch.
Witchcraft, highly identifiable with the man of the hour, Mr. Frank Sinatra. For those of you who may have just tuned in, you're listening to Ed Rambeau, and this is My Little Corner of the World on oldiesyourway.com. Tonight's theme, Sinatra 100 Years. Let's move on now to a popular song describing a trip to Mexico, written by Jimmy Kennedy and Michael Carr, published in 1939 for the film of the same name starring country star Gene Autry. In the lyrics, a man looks back with regret and pain for having lied to a woman he can't forget, and then returned for her too late, just as she was preparing for marriage. The lyric is a juxtaposition with the music which swings with syncopated joy. The song was a hit in 1939 for Shep Fields, vocal by Hal Derwin. It has been recorded by many artists, but the best-known versions are by Gene Autry, Bing Crosby, and, of course, Frank Sinatra in 1953. Here's my rendition of South of the Border.
South of the border, down Mexico way. That's where I fell in love when the stars above came out to play. And now as I wander, my thoughts ever stray. South of the border, down Mexico way. She was a picture in old Spanish lace. Just for a tender while I kissed the smile upon her face. 'Cause it was fiesta, and we were so gay. South of the border, Mexico way. Then she sighed as she whispered mañana, never dreaming that we were parting. And I lied as I whispered mañana, 'cause our tomorrow never came. South of the border, I jumped back one day. There in a veil of white by the candlelight she knelt to pray. The mission bells told me that I mustn't stay south of the border, Mexico way. The mission bells told me that I must not stay south of the border, down Mexico way. Ay, 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 ay.
This next classic Sinatra favorite is a song written by Cole Porter in 1936 and was introduced in the Eleanor Powell MGM musical Born to Dance, in which it was performed by Virginia Bruce. It was nominated for the Academy Award for Best Song that year, and it became a signature song for Frank Sinatra, and in 1966 became a top 10 hit for the Four Seasons. The song has been recorded by many leading pop artists and jazz musicians over the years, including yours truly. So please enjoy my version of I've Got You Under My Skin.
I've got you under my skin. I've got you deep in the heart of me, so deep in my heart, you're really a part of me. I've got you under my skin. I've tried so not to give in. I said to myself, this affair never will go so well. But why should I try to resist when, baby, I know so well that I've got you under my skin. I'd sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of that warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin, 'cause I've got you under my skin. I would sacrifice anything, come what might, for the sake of having you near, in spite of that warning voice that comes in the night and repeats in my ear. Don't you know, little fool, you never can win. Use your mentality, wake up to reality. But each time I do, just the thought of you makes me stop before I begin. 'Cause I've got you under my skin, and I like you under my skin.
I've Got You Under My Skin will, of course, forever remain a classic Sinatra favorite. Moving on with Sinatra 100 Years, let's change the pace a bit with this intriguing song from 1961 composed by Irvin Drake. Originally recorded by Bob Shane with the Kingston Trio, it was subsequently made famous by Frank Sinatra's version in D minor, which won the Grammy Award for Best Vocal Performance Male in 1966. Gordon Jenkins was awarded the Grammy Award for Best Instrumental Arrangement Accompanying Vocalists for the Sinatra version. And well, he should have been, because it's definitely the arrangement that propelled this song and made it the monster hit that has remained one of Sinatra's best and most memorable throughout the years. I hope you enjoy my version of this awesome composition entitled, It Was a Very Good Year.
When I was 17, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for small town girls and soft summer nights. We'd hide from the lights on the village green. When I was 17, when I was 21, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for city girls who lived up the stair with all that perfumed hair. And it came undone when I was 21. When I was 35, it was a very good year. It was a very good year for blue-blooded girls of independent means. We'd ride in limousines. Their chauffeurs would drive. When I was 35. But now the days are short I'm in the autumn of the year, and now I think of my life as vintage wine from fine old kegs. From the brim to the dregs, it poured sweet and clear. It was a very good year.
In 1974, Frank recorded a song written by Floyd Huddleston that had a set of lyrics that were, in my opinion, slightly risque for the time. However, because the vocalist was Frank Sinatra, I suppose that's how they got away with it, and it got airplay. Pay close attention to the lyrics in my version and you'll see what I mean. It's called Satisfy Me One More Time. And to further demonstrate Sinatra's sense of humor, Satisfy Me One More Time will segue right into another slightly humorous ditty that has become well known with Sinatra called the Coffee Song. So please enjoy the medley.
Don't deny me, satisfy me one more time. Barricade me and invade me one more time. Sacrifice me, don't be nice, be wild and free. Make a sex pot symbol out of little old me. Caress me, molest me one more time. Misuse me and abuse me one more time. Excite me and ignite me with your sweet torso. Use your muscles, my corpuscles wanna grow. Assault me, attack me, lose control. Let's smother each other in a good old stranglehold. There's nothing but lovin' on my mind. Don't deny me, satisfy me one more time. Compromise me, vandalize me, have a ball. Destroy me and enjoy me through it all. Demolish, disassemble, and dismantle my apparel. If my birthday suit ain't cute, I'll wear a barrel. Bite my ears, baby, nibble on my nose. Let your dimples put goose pimples on my toes. There's sugar oozing over from my elbows to my knees. So cover me with kisses, get yourself some calories. If you don't want me climbing up the wall, don't fool around my fertile ground at all. While the cold duck's getting colder, just be sure everything we've got is body temperature. Warm it up! There's still a lot of groovy goodies left. When you reach the cookie jar, just help yourself. Ain't nothing but lovin' on my mind. Don't deny me, satisfy me one more time. Way down among Brazilians, coffee beans grow by the billions, so they got to find those extra cups to fill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. You can't get cherry soda, 'cause they've got to fill that quota. And the way things are, I bet they never will. They've got a zillion tons of coffee in Brazil. No tea or tomato juice, you'll see. No potato juice, 'cause the planters down in Santa's all say no, no, no. The politician's daughter was accused of drinking water and was fined a great big $50 bill. They've got an awful lot of coffee in Brazil. she smells like a percolator. Her perfume was made right on the grill. Why, they could percolate the ocean in Brazil. And when their ham and eggs need savor, coffee ketchup gives them flavor. Coffee pickles way outsell the dill. Why, they put coffee in the coffee in Brazil. No tea, no tomato juice, you'll see. No potato juice, 'cause the planters down in Santa's all say no, no, no. So you'll add the local color, serving coffee with a crawler. Dunkin' doesn't take a lot of skill. They've got an awful lot of coffee, an awful lot of coffee, buckets full of coffee in Brazil.
That was Satisfy Me One More Time, followed by the Coffee Song. Published in 1936, here's another tongue-in-cheek set of lyrics, which I've taken the liberty of updating slightly. It's another Sinatra classic, Until the Real Thing Comes Along. Don't you know I'd work for you, I'd slave for you. Girl, I'd even misbehave for you. If that isn't love, it will have to do until the real thing comes along. I would cook and clean for you, then be a hunky sex machine for you. And if that isn't love, it'll have to do until the real thing comes along. I'd even be a clown for you and keep the toilet seat down for you. I'll always love you, baby, come what may. My heart is yours, what more can I say? I would cry for you, even die for you. Tear those stars down from the sky for you. And if that isn't love, it'll have to do, at least until the real thing comes along. Walk on burning coals for you. I would drive the Jaguar, leave the rolls for you. If that isn't love, it'll just have to do until the real thing comes along. Baby, I just want to climb on you, spend every nickel, every dime on you. And if that ain't love, it'll just have to do until the real thing comes along. You wanna go on a shopping spree, you'll get my credit card instantly. You want the moon for a chandelier, all you got to do is whisper in my ear. I would rob, steal, beg, borrow, and lie for you. Lay my sexy body down and die for you. Well, if that ain't love, if that ain't love, yes, if that isn't love, if that isn't love, if that ain't love, it'll have to do until the real thing comes along. Until the real thing comes along. That was Until the Real Thing Comes Along, found on my CD of the same name, available at my website, edrambeau.com. In 1955, a big band popular song written by Dolores Vicky Silvers was performed by Frank Sinatra with Nelson Riddle and his orchestra. During 2 weeks in July of '55, Sinatra's rendition was briefly the most frequently played song on U.S. radio. Sinatra re-recorded the song in 1962 for the album Sinatra Basie. I'm sure you'll remember it. It's called Learnin' the Blues.
The tables are empty, the dance floor's deserted. You play the same love song, it's the 10th time you've heard it. That's the beginning, just one of the clues. You've had your first lesson in learning the blues. The cigarettes you light, one after another, won't help you forget her and the way that you love her. You're only burning a torch you can't lose, but you're on the right track for learning the blues. When you're at home alone, the blues will taunt you constantly. When you're out in a crowd, the blues will haunt your memory. The nights when you don't sleep, the whole night you're crying, but you can't forget her. Soon you'll even stop trying. You'll walk that floor and wear out your shoes. When you feel your heart break, you're learning the blues. When you're at home alone, the blues will taunt you constantly. When you're out in a crowd, those blues will haunt your memory. The nights when you don't sleep, that whole night you're crying, but you can't forget her. Soon you even stop trying. You'll walk that floor and you'll wear out those shoes. When you feel your heart break, you're learning the blues.
The Sinatra classic, Learnin' the Blues. This next song is from Frank Sinatra's February 25th, 1995 performance at the Frank Sinatra Golf Tournament, Palm Springs Marriott Desert Springs Resort. Conducted by his son, it was Sinatra's last ever performance and the last song he'd sung in public. Being so, the words, "The best is yet to come," were carved into Sinatra's tombstone.
Out of the tree of life I just picked me a plum. You came along and everything's starting to hum. Still it's a real good bet, the best is yet to come. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't that be fine? You think you've seen the sun, but you ain't seen it shine. Wait till the warm-up's underway. Wait till our lips have met. Wait till you see that sunshine day. You ain't seen nothing yet. The best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come, come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine. I'm gonna teach you to fly. We've only tasted the wine. We're gonna drain that cup dry. Wait till your charms are ripe for these arms to surround. You think you've flown before, ground. Wait till you're locked in my embrace. Wait till I draw you near. Wait till you see that sunshine place. Ain't nothing like it here. Best is yet to come, and babe, won't it be fine? The best is yet to come the day you're mine. Come the day you're mine, and you're gonna be mine, all mine, all mine.
Has embedded on his tombstone, the best is yet to come. And quite frankly, especially at my age, and for the sake of us all, I certainly hope those words are true. I've saved these next two songs for last because I feel they are most synonymous with the great Frank Sinatra. To introduce the next song, I thought we'd bring on the man himself. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Mr. Frank Sinatra.
New York, New York's. Wait a minute. New York's a hell of a town. The Bronx is up and the Battery's down, and the people ride in the hole in the ground. New York, it's a hell of a town. Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I want to be a part of it. New York, New York, these vagabond shoes, they are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York, I want to wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today. I wanna be a part of it. New York, New York, these vagabond shoes are longing to stray right through the very heart of it. New York, New York, I wanna wake up in a city that doesn't sleep and find I'm king of the hill, top of the heap. These little town blues I'm melting away. I'll make a brand new start of it in old New York. If I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. New York, New York, I wanna wake up in the city that never sleeps It's up to you, New York, New York, New York.
Earlier, if you recall, during my introduction to New York, New York, I mentioned I saved the next two songs for last because I feel they are most synonymous with the great Frank Sinatra. Well, for those of you who listened to my radio broadcast, this is the point in the show where you heard my version of My Way. However, due to copyright restrictions, the publisher of My Way won't allow the song to be used within a YouTube video. And if it is used, the publisher gives YouTube the right to distort the audio portion. Since I could hardly make you sit through 3 minutes of a distorted My Way, I've simply decided to exchange the song with a tune that is just as befitting. Since this is the end of the show, what better Sinatra song could I choose than this one, entitled, That's All.
I can only give you love that lasts forever, and the promise to be near each time you call, and the only heart I own for you and you alone. That's all. That's all. I can only give you country walks in springtime, and a hand to hold when leaves begin to fall, and a love whose burning light will warm the winter night. That's all. That's all. There are those, I am sure, who have told you they would give you the world for a toy. All I have are these arms to enfold you, and a love time can never destroy. If you're wondering what I'm asking in return, dear, you'll be glad to know that my demands are small. Say it's me that you'll adore for now and evermore. That's all. Baby, that's all.
My Way is only one of 23 Frank Sinatra classics found on my CD entitled Sinatra My Way, so feel free to check it out on the music tab of edrambeau.com. So there you have it, my friends, Sinatra, the man and his music, 100 years. Before saying goodnight, the big man upstairs allowed Frank to come down and stop by to give us this message.
Muchísimas gracias para todo. If you don't know what that means, neither do I. No, I do know what that means. I thank you for everything you've done for me tonight. It was lovely.
Well, thank you so much, Frank, but it was our pleasure. We couldn't possibly ever forget you because you've left us so many wonderful musical memories to remember you by. With that being said, on behalf of us all, I'd like to extend to his remaining family, friends, and fans a very warm 100th birthday wish to Mr. Frank Sinatra. Rest in peace, old Blue Eyes, and know that your music will always remain in our hearts. But for now, this is Ed Rambeau, and from my little corner of the world to yours, along with this reminder that my next show won't be until February 5th, please have an awesome evening along with the most spectacular 2016 possible. Now let's return to Stu Weiss and his ever-popular Pop Shop. Good night, and Happy New Year with buckets of love, everyone! Happy New Year to Stu Weiss and his fans at the Pop Shop.